Morning. How are you? It's October 22nd. How are you? What are you working on today? What's the deal? Just I'm in Palm Springs right now at the tramway. I was checking out a project, and then of course there comes somebody who's cussing and all kind of stuff after coming down from walking. It's starting to get hot. Is it getting hot where you at, man? So today I'll give you my quick blackjack tip because as I tell you, gambling is going to be one of the ways to help you make some extra money. And we'll just have a little talk about how to get yourself ready for the last 2 months of the year. Though, especially if you're in Riverside County, I don't have any Meg Thee Stallion music for you today, but I play quick blackjack tip for you because I want you to make extra money. Yesterday I talked about the double downs. When you have your dealer deals you two cards that are 11. I want you to double down. If you have two cards that are 11 and the dealer has a 10 or under, I want you to double down. That means when you double down is you put your extra bet next to your cards and the dealer gives you one card, and then if that card beats your card total, beats the dealer's card total, then you get double your money. So that's what I want you to teach you to do. Double your money. If you have an 11, two cards that are 11 and the dealer has 10 or under, double down. Or hey, if you deal two cards that are 10 and the dealer has cards that are 9 or under, double down. So that's my suggestion for you to double down for today. Now let's talk a little bit about gambling. The reason let's talk a little bit about cars, because I've been seeing a lot of expensive cars lately. I've seen Chargers. The car of choice must be the Mercedes. I've seen Maseratis. I've seen Jaguars. I paid off a 2014 Camry in 19 months. You know how much I saved? I must have saved myself between $2,000 to $3,000 in just the extra interest rate because I paid the car off early. Also, by paying the car off early, I could take that car in, take it to the dealer, and get some money back on it based on the year. If I would have kept the car over the 5-year mark of the loan, the car is already 2014. I paid it off in 2016, by 2015, it was a 2012 Camry, I paid it off. So by paying it off quicker, the car depreciates. By 2017, the car is probably worth zero or whatever the trade-in value is. So by paying the car off earlier, you at least have some money left on the car where you can take it to the dealer and they'll give you something, $1,000, $2,000. But the problem we have right now, we have people buying luxury cars. You're paying like $600, $700, not including $200 to $300 in insurance. That's about $1,000, man. That must be hurting. And you don't want that's why I have that $75, $125, $200 programs just to sit down with you and just help you. Hey, let's find some ways to get you some extra money. For example, on my 2014 car loan, I've had the car for about 2 years. I've reduced the payments down to, I've been paying for it about 22 months. I have about $7,500 left. I pay $400 a month. So I'll pay off the car loan in maybe between 41 and 42 months, unless I get some extra money and I can go and pay it in 36 months. Because of the COVID, I've had to take a pay cut and I've been reinvesting in the business that I'm running. So I had to take a step back from really throwing all the money at it. But I mean, I have a car loan. It's a 60-month car loan. I've already paid 22 months of worth of payment. So you do the math for me. Divide 7,500 by 400 because I paid $400 above. That comes out to about between 18 and 19 months. 40 months paying off a 60-month car loan. And if it's 2014, it's already obsolete, according to the IRS. But with that loan though paid off and all that loan reduced, that gives me extra money to spend money on other things. Even if I didn't, for example, even if I didn't pay off the interest loan, just getting that loan out the way. Do you really want to keep paying $1,000, $1,500, $1,600 every couple of months? Wouldn't you want to at least get your car loan paid off a little? That's why I harp on getting those car loans paid off, because People, because some people are not paying off their car loans, I don't know, they've been using that unemployment of it from Uncle Trump and Aunt Nancy, but that's going to go away when Biden comes. And then what are you going to do? And in California, they were giving people an extra $300 bonus. And I'm sure people were turning around, spending it on the car, spending it on the dog. And now what? But once all those checks go away, that county money goes away, what you going to do? So if you at least get that car, you paid off 1 to 2 months, you don't have to worry about them repossessing it. Unless you're going to hide it. Are you going to hide it? I don't know. So today I'm just saying, if you want to have those expensive cars, hey, see if you can't get it paid off a couple of months earlier. And some of you don't do the 72-month car loan. A car loan is not a house. Hey, you have special credit and we're going to let you pay off your car loan in 72 months instead of 60 months. That's the same as saying, hey, we found out you're going to die. Do you want to die in 60 months or do you want to die, or you're in jail? Hey, man, you're going to jail. Do you want to go in jail for 60 months or, hey, do you want a special option because you're such a great personality? Would you like 72 months? Of course you want the 60 months. You want to get that car loan paid off. And the only way you do it now is gonna have to hustle. What's lucky, a lot of people we're heading in Christmas. You're gonna have parties and you're gonna have different events where people need help. And I'm not just talking about warehouse associate jobs, because I believe those jobs are gonna get cut a lot. This time around with all this so-called $300 stimulus, I didn't see no really pickup in Amazon and all the stuff where they be dropping stuff off. Only thing I've seen them done is drop shit off at the wrong place. But it's not going to happen, because at least with the little bit of retail open, that reduces the amount available that needs to go through a warehouse. And now the full impact of the schools being closed and a lot of restaurants being closed, that's also causing the warehouse industry to shrink a little. So if you're in a warehouse, I'm sure they've already cut your hours. My neighbors used to get up earlier to go to the warehouse. I think they cut their hours about between 6-8 hours. Probably they were working 40, 50. Maybe they're working 50 hours. They've cut their hours back maybe to 34, 35. They're always home now. And then in my apartment complex, every weekend now you see the moving vans. Because now that they move them in 2 months. 2 months, get half free. And then after that, they start getting, money gets tight. Even my neighbor bought a new car. He's always parking in the visitor parking space. Can't afford a $60 car payment. Can't afford a $60 parking space for a car he's spending $25,000 on. He'd rather get his car towed than to just get a garage or get a place to put his car. I mean, that's what's going on with this generation of kids. They have these nice cars, but they don't want to put them in a proper parking space, so they'd rather just risk getting it towed. This past weekend, I saw a Charger get towed. Just put that little tow thing under there, taking it away. At least if you pay your car loan up, you don't even pay it off. Get it paid off at least 2 to 3 months. Hey, you free up at least a little bit of money for you to get a decent parking space for that nice car. Don't park that Mercedes in the sun. Don't park that Audi in the sun. Do not park that Audi in the visitor parking space outside the door, outside your gate. I mean, the stuff that I've seen just blows my mind. I mean, people have these nice cars, but they treat them like shit. Which lets me know the cars that they're getting, they're most likely used cars, leased cars, or who knows what kind of car. But they really don't care about there's no, There's no pride of working hard to get the car, to want to protect the car. There's no hard drive to make sure that car is in good condition. You can just get it on credit and throw it away. Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. But as we head into the last couple of months of the year, first thing, I have my $75, $125, $200 programs to help you pay off your car. I'll check on my lot, maybe I want a Powerball. I haven't checked on it yet. Also have my Blackjack retirement program where I'm going to be going to Vegas, hopefully to celebrate a Dodger World Series victory. Damn. Thank God for the Lakers. for bringing some championship to California. Man. But where was I? Going to take $500 to Vegas and see if I can't win at least a minimum of $50. I'll be at the downtown Grand Hotel because I'll be the whale because they have the parlays. So every time I bet my blackjack hand, I'm going to bet the parlay. I'm going to play the multi-deck blackjack because they try to say you can get 3 things, different kinds, different combinations. I said, fine, try it out. Hey, I may win more money on the parlay than playing blackjack. Instead of winning $500, I may come out with $1,000, $2,000. That's more than putting it in the bank for a year. I got to sit at the table 4 or 5 hours. And we'll talk a little bit about how I told you in the old days, if you had $1,000, interest rate was 10%, you get $100 back at the end of the year, which is passive income. Or you had $20,000, interest used to be 10%, you would get $2,000 back at the end of the year. Passive income, that's what banks used to give you to put their money with you. And that's how you retired with so much money. And that's why I keep harping so much about finding some type of gambling or finding some type of way to gain extra money, because now the interest rate in the bank is 0. So you're basically putting your money in the bank for storage, at least to buy something or find some investment to get a return on your cash. So the reason I had the $200 blackjack retirement program, you're going to have basically MBA in gambling is going to be more important than an MBA in business. Well, you're going to work. Disney laid off everyone. The insurance place where you do all the actuary stuff in Orange County just laid off 300 people. I'm in Palm Desert. They did the different utilities and stuff. They laid off half their staff from their companies. And if you're on Wall Street, where are you going to work on Wall Street? That's why the retirement we'll talk about that. I don't want to get too focused on too much. But the reason I'm using $500, because if I put $500 in the bank at 1%, I would only get $5 back. Put my money in the bank for 12 months and not touching it. Not counting the bank fee they're actually going to take from it, and then that check is going to go down. Now, by going to Vegas, and if I just won $100, $200, $300, that's 50, 60, 40 times more that I would make at the bank in maybe a day or so. So you see how you get your return on your money, trying to find ways to get return on your money quicker and bigger returns. That's what all investments working at. So that's all I'm going to talk to you about today. Just think about, hey, is there a way I can make extra money gambling like Martin says? Why don't you do some research about what it means? What is compound interest? That's your assignment to today. Research compound interest. Talk to your parents. Talk to old people. Ask them, hey, there was a time Martin said there was interest in the bank. Could you please tell me how it worked to have interest in a savings account? So you can talk to them about that. Talk to me about my Blackjack retirement program and join the channel. Subscribe, comment, like. Subscribe, comment, like. What do you think? My tip for heading into the new year is learn how to gamble, learn how to sell, get rid of all the people in your life who are draining your money, because you don't need that. It's going to be tough in 2021. Bad enough to have no money. Now it's bad enough for you to be lending money to people who can't pay you back. So today's blackjack tip, double down, pay off the car loans early, and consider gambling. For me, I have my blackjack retirement fund, $200. Get involved.